Hi, here we are again, back into round 4 of the 2011 Six Nations, and next up for Scotland is good old enemy England in the Calcutta Cup. Here we are, joined by Scotland captain Al Callick. For you, what makes the England-Scotland game such a big event?
I think it's probably the build-up. For us it has to be just another game, it has to be focused on all the things that we focus on when we play any other team, but the media interest and the fans get right behind it. It generates an interest in Scotland that no other game does, and I think that's what makes it so special when you get an opportunity to play in.
Yeah, Chris Patterson, Scotland Centurion.
Yeah, Scotland-England game, I think everyone grows up, wanting to play in a Scotland-England game. A Cup Masters silverware, at stake, which is massive in the sporting environment. There's a real edge, there's real intensity in the support. The game on the field is just the same as any other. It's hugely intense. England are a physical side. They really put your skills under a huge amount of pressure. But it's just growing up being a Scotsman, playing as England is where you want to be.
Afternoon, Ross Ford.
It's one of the oldest fixtures in the world, and I think just everything that goes with it, the history, it's so intense, and it's a year-on-year thing. So it sort of builds, and it's something that'll probably go on for many a year and just keep increasing in sort of that special uniqueness of the match.
Daniel Parks, what is it for you that makes it such a big game, the old England-Scotland rivalry?
Well, I guess obviously growing up not being in the country and coming over here a few years ago now, obviously you learn about the big rivalry between England and Scotland, and I think I think that's the biggest thing, is such intense rivalry between the two nations. Obviously up here in Scotland we always want to beat the English, and it's it's a huge game. It's obviously a huge game in the context of the Six Nations. England on the way to a Grand Slam, and we're trying to get off the mark with our first win. So it's going to be a huge battle, I believe, and it's certainly one that we want to win. I think history shows as well, it doesn't matter what the form is leading into the game, that the result can go either way, because both teams are putting their bodies 100% on the line, and I think it's certainly going to come down to a few points this weekend, and hopefully we're on the right side of it. One
of those games, especially for myself, growing up in England, it was always nice when you got the bragging rights and Scotland win, so it would be doubly nice to get our first win of the tournament against England. So, but yeah, I'd say it's one of these games that's always special for every Scots.